You understand? That's how we used to stop believing in faith, in having faith in certain things, which is fine as well. But remember that religion is based on subjective truth, not objective truth. All right? If it cannot be proven, then it's not an objective truth because there's no evidence. It becomes just objective. It's your specific truth, what you believe in, right? And that goes in, I think, also for religion and also spirituality as well, because it's the same thing. In spirituality, we have no real evidence except for the fact certain things like manifesting and quantum physics is proving that we are energy. Now, spirituality, we believe that we are energy, we are more than the body, right? The body is the avatar, right? It's not the real identity of who we are. We are spirits in a human body, or a spirits with a body, a physical body, right? Now in religion it's different, because in religion it's all about, okay, you are a human being, you lesser than this God, and you are a sinner, right? If you look at all religions, that basically it's about that, you being lesser and you seeking this God to love and accept you and help you. This God is greater than you. You are just a victim, right? By the way, my religion is Christianity. I understand a lot of people are Christians, right? I was a Christian as well, Lavuyo, right? So here, I'm not saying Christianity is wrong. I'm not saying religion is wrong, right? I'm not saying that spirituality is more superior than I'm not saying that, because it's all the same thing expressed differently, okay? Because in spirituality, we still believe in God, right? In spirituality, we still believe in God, but we don't believe it in the same way as in religion. In religion, it's about you being much lesser, you being the sinner, you understand? You being, yeah, good stuff, right? So that's what I'm talking about here. So in my channel, I'm not saying that this is better than that. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving my point of view and my understanding as somebody who was religious, right? Who was a practicing Christian and who's now in spirituality, right? I'm saying that it's all about development. You come to a point whereby in religion, there's the pastor. The pastor is the mediator between you and God, right? In spirituality, you don't have the past anymore. You now accountable for everything you do in your life. And remember, it's not about I'm gonna ask forgiveness and then I will just get forgiveness, right? It's not like in Christianity whereby you have to, like in I think it's Roman Catholic Church, where you go and you confess your sins, and then the pastors or the pastor or the preacher then tells you that you need to go do certain this tenets and everything, and then your sins are forgiven, right? In spirituality, number one, you don't believe in the fact that you were a sinner. You don't believe in sin. You believe in choice. In spirituality, it's choice, right? I make this choice, and I know that if I make a negative choice that's gonna hurt somebody else, I'm going to pay the price for that. The karma of it will come back to me. Now remember, not every religious person believes in karma as well, right? For me, karma is neither bad or good, because if I do good things, I get karma, right? Karma is a repercussion. It's the flow. If I do something, I get something out, right? That's what karma for me means. It's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. A lot of people link the word karma with punishment, not necessary, because if you do good things as well, you reap a karma. You create a cause and effect of what you did. In this cause and effect, right? So when you do something, that's the cause, and then there's an effect that'll come through. You understand? Yeah. That's what I believe in, right? Now remember that, as I said, neither these two, religion and spirituality, is more superior than the other. It's just different expressions of the same thing, basically, right? In religion, we're still believing in God. In spirituality, we're believing in God, but we're believing in God as a co-creator. You're working with God to create your life. In spirituality, you're working with energy to create your life. In spirituality, in religion, right, you're waiting for God to help you, right? You're like a helpless being. You're not doing nothing. You're not taking accountability. You're just a mere sheep following, right? You're not using your own life. You're not taking control of your life and being serious about your life. Yeah, our desire. Thank you for greeting me, love. I didn't see that. You speak Afrikaans, my love, because your words or somehow making me think of Afrikaans. Speaking about Leafy, you're calling me Leafy. I hope you're doing well, sweetie pie. Desire. I hope you have subscribed to my channel as well, right? Remember, I'm building numbers here. So if this type of topic is kind of interesting and you kind of like my face or you like my voice, whatever you like about me, go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well, all right? And you can go through my videos. I got a lot of videos on spirituality, self-development, and awareness on this channel, speaking about manifesting, creating your best life. You get my point? Taking accountability of your own life, taking charge of your life, becoming a master of your life, working with God to create your life, right? Taking accountability, because it says in the Christian Bible, it says that you are God. So if you are God, that means you have power of your own life experience. You are the one creating your life with your choices, because you are God, right? You take accountability. That's what I like about spirituality. It makes you, or it enforces you, it encourages you to take responsibility of your own life experience. That's why I like spirituality. Unlike religion basically, okay, you now go to church, you church every Sunday, you there, you pray, you ask God for forgiveness, all the sinful things you have done. On Monday or Friday, you're back to the grind again, right? You're doing the same things that you were asking forgiveness for on Sunday. So why should you realize that you have a divine source that's there to guide you and also help you only on one day? Now with spirituality, every single day, I'm communing with my divine source. I'm communicating with my source, with God, with the creator every single day, right? I'm taking accountability of my life. I'm not a victim of my life. I'm not just a sheep. I'm not just a follower. I'm not just a somebody, just things are happening. I'm now partaking in my life experience. This is what I like about spirituality. It's like it's like a development or evolution of you as somebody who was a religious person, right, to somebody now who's in charge of your life. Now you're taking charge of your life. Whatever you know that if I do a certain thing, I'll pay the price of it, right? Because remember, whatever you do, there's going to be a consequence of it, right? Good things or bad. All right, so as I said, okay, the ego supports the growth when it is humbled, when it's working, with the soul. The ego, you can use it because it's important, it's your I construct. However, don't let the ego control you and you make decisions that are unbalanced, okay? Don't be taken by the fact that you now have this position and the ego, I'm this manager and I'm this, whatever you are. Don't even allow that to control you. I'm the head of this house now. You understand? I see this in marriages. I'm the head of this house now. What I say goes, right? My word is final. You're forgetting about the wife and the children. You're forgetting about the community that you're living with. When you're in a marriage, you're in a community. So you're forgetting about these people because you are the leader, you're the head of the house. What you say goes. Now that's now toxic ego. Now this can also happen even in spirituality and even in religion. Pastors can have this ego. This is my church. What I say goes. But you're depending on other people to serve this church. You're depending on other people to pay the tithes. You're depending on other people to make sure that the church is clean, that the tithes are collected. You depending on other people, but you're saying on the one side that this is my church, I make rules, whatever I say goes. There's a whole community that you brought upon here. You call these people into your church to help you serve God, build your little empire, because it's all about building a little empire when it comes to religion, right? Those churches, I mean, it's proven. I'm not talking about something that it's not happening. It's happening. I mean, look at the churches. Look at the mega churches, like an empire. Look at Joshua, Pastor Joshua, and so many Joshuas these days. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of pastors or churches where pastors are actually feeling more superior than their congregation or than their people that are following them. You're supposed to be serving God, not serving the pastor. The pastor is not higher and more important than the people in the church. The pastor is just a servant, just like the people in the church, servants of God, if in that sense. You get my point? Now remember, the word servant has a very negative feel for us because we feel that when I serve, I'm lesser. Right now, remember in the New Testament, in the Christian Bible, it speaks about Jesus being the servant. Jesus was fine being the lesser because he knew that the one that's the less is actually the head. The one that serves others is the head. You understand? When you serve with your humility. Now, when your ego is too inflated, you cannot serve with humility, right? Because you want to be served. You feel that you're so important. I'm important. Yeah, I'm the head of this church. I'm the head of this home, because we take it from our homes, we take it to these institutions, even in a workspace. I'm the senior manager, I'm the GM here. You people are not important. Whatever I say goes. Life doesn't work like that. That is why in companies, they ask, the GM is asking his people for feedback. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is this a good way to put a good decision to make? Because life is a community. We living in communities, right? That is why even like social media creators, we ask our followers and our subscribers, what do you think is the subjects I can talk about today? When we have it into interaction, because it's not only about me, it's about all of us, right? I'm speaking, I'm helping other people. So you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say, that life is a community, it's a community expression. Whatever position you hold in life, understand that even in your marriage, you and your wife are working together to build this life. There's nobody more superior, nobody more in charge. We are doing this thing together. This is a dance of life. And when we bring the children in, now we're also asking for the children's opinions when they're old enough. We're asking for their opinions when they understand life. We're asking their opinions. We're not opposing our belief systems on these children, because we understand this is a community. We are in commune, right? We are a society. You understand? And that's what where the problem comes in. We don't understand that we have to serve each other. And the word serve is not a negative thing. It's an empowering thing to serve others. Because when you serve others, you shall be served as well. I mean, Yeshua, Jesus, aka Jesus, in the Christian Bible speaks about that.